What's up, guys? We'll give it a minute to get going here. Welcome if you're live or afterwards. Either way. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. I just finished eating a chicken pot pie, and now I'm feeling a bit sluggish. So anyway, looks like we're off to a slow start this evening. Thanks for being here, Mike. Anybody else who's just tuning in, welcome. Welcome to the secret meeting. Everybody's invited, and I hope everybody makes it tonight, but you can't talk about it. Don't tell anybody about the secret meeting. So anyway, was it Tuesday? Yeah. Hope everybody, it's Tuesday here anyway. Tuesday evening in downtown Las Vegas. Hope everybody had a good Tuesday. What's up, John? Ribs are looking about the same as yesterday. Unfortunately, it hurts a little less today. I slept a little better last night. I found a good position to sleep in where I could stay put, so my rib didn't pop around, and just like the crunchy. Oh, I hate that. It more or less stayed in place last night, and so did I. And today it hasn't been like popping and cracking as much, and I guess that's good. It's still very unpleasant. I just got back from Dimension 9. What are you talking about? Had a really nice time, too. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, I could see mushrooms having an effect on the situation. Um, I don't know. I still rather enjoy staring at the laser patterns and just hanging out with you guys, talking. Hey, Paula, good to see you. Yeah, I don't know how I'd do, John, myself. We might have to find out one day. But good to see everybody. Thanks for coming and hanging out tonight on this Tuesday evening. Hey, Joe, what's going on? Oh, good. There's a there's a purple bike that I want to go get tomorrow, but it's going to take all the rest of the money that I have in the world. But I could then sell one of my other bikes that I'm using every day for quite a bit more, more than twice as much as what I would have to pay for this other bike, the purple one. which is a very good bike. It's actually the first mountain bike I ever had. And now this guy's got one, and it's just kind of sitting there. And I could go get it tomorrow, but it's going to take like the very last bit of what I've got. But then I could sell another bike, so maybe it's a good idea anyway. I don't know. I'm still pondering this matter. But you know, I could take a bike out of the rotation that I'm using now. Actually, the $90 pawn shop bike is my backup at this point. Should anything go wrong with the Schwinn, which is the daily, um, I've got that to fall back on. So I could replace it with this other bike and then sell it. I don't know. I'm gonna sleep on it, I guess. If I can sleep tonight, if I can find a comfortable position again. The rib is maybe, ultimately it did just pop and hurt a lot a minute ago. But up until that point, it had been doing better today. I did go ride around on a bike a couple of times today. I took two different rides on two different bikes, actually. It was less than pleasant, I will say. But I managed to do it. I managed to carry groceries on my back with a broken rib on a bicycle on the way home, and it worked out. Well, it sort of worked out okay. So I didn't know if it was going to work out or not, but it did. I'm pleased I was able to go and get groceries, like a little bit anyway. I didn't want to load myself down too much. I did have to get a gallon of milk and just a handful of other things I can eat for a couple of days. So anyway, maybe I should go get that bike tomorrow and sell the other one. Or maybe I shouldn't. It's really kind of I really kind of want it for myself as like the backup daily, because it's a bike that I've had before, and I do remember enjoying it, and it probably fits me and suits me a little bit better than the first pawn shop bike I got. Hey Raul, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't notice that until afterwards, Paula. But that's weird to say, I bet, Raul. Snowed in Texas. And hey, Chet, what's going on, buddy? The ribs are maybe like I'd say that progress has been made. I found a comfortable position last night. Slept okay. My rib wasn't popping and cracking the whole night like it did the night before. So it's maybe a little bit better today. Oh, really? That's awesome, Joe. He was at I want to say he was at somewhere on Boulder Highway too, like Sam's Town or uh something like that recently. Ace Freely. But yeah, I hope it's not too bad, Raul. I know I'm hearing it snowed in Georgia again. Um or is gonna. And my dad even said it was really cold and rainy today in Central Florida. Oh, Louisiana. That's weird. It's weird for all these, southern places to be getting snow, but I've watched it snow in Florida before twice, just barely. Just, a couple of flurries, couple of flakes coming out of the sky and, melting by the time they hit the ground. Um, but, that was certainly weird. And of course, watching it snow in Vegas is always weird. I've seen that a handful of times. But yeah, weather doesn't make a whole lot of sense these days, to me anyway. It is January, of course, and if it's going to snow, this is probably the month for it. 6 inches in Houston and New Orleans? Got it, wow. Like, that's crazy. That's definitely unusual. Yeah, I think just about everybody's ready for winter to be over. I went and got coffee this morning and it was in the 20s. I guess it only got down to 27 in downtown Las Vegas this morning, which is still, it's cold for Vegas. And I was walking, down the street to get coffee and I was like, man, it's really cold. And I looked at my phone. It was 29 at the time, but I guess it had gotten down to 27 where I am. Uh, and I don't know. That's colder than we're accustomed to. We're gonna have a few below freezing mornings. So it's even like we're even getting it. And how hot does it get here in the summertime? 120 degrees now, and it's cold in Vegas. So I know everywhere else. And Joe, weren't you saying like minus something last night? Minus 10 or something, minus 10 or 11? And that's just, anything negative and then the temperature, that's just terrible. Like I don't know how anybody does it. Props to all you guys that are able to handle that. I certainly couldn't. And I know Mike, oh, 7. Oh man. And Chet, yeah. 7. Sorry to hear that, John. Um 7 degrees is awfully cold. Minus 16 with the wind chill. Oh, that's, if you're not very well prepared and layered up, that'll kill you in a matter of minutes. Kind of like here in the summertime. Yeah, stupid cold. And 12 degrees. Wow. Yeah, we got up to like the last time I went out today, it was in the high 40s, is all we got up to today. Thank you, John. I worry about animals too, yeah. Well, and a lot of you guys have probably heard about this, you might have even heard me say it in recent live streams. An issue that's happening in Florida, the iguana lizard is not native to Florida. It's an introduced species, but they kind of thrive there until it gets cold. They push now as far north as southern central Florida, and when it gets as cold as it is right now, they say you have to watch out, look out above you, because iguanas will be getting cold and stiffening up and falling out of trees and landing on people. And that's hilarious, but also terrifying. So everything's just kind of out of whack right now. Iguanas are falling out of trees. It's snowing in New Orleans and Texas and Atlanta. Yeah, I'd definitely be keeping them in right now, anyways. Raul. Yeah, I'm sure the dogs are trying to find ways to stay warm and really enjoying being inside right now. Yeah, they do. They're running amok now. And there's, hybrid big snakes that can choke you and eat you. Their population is exploding throughout South Florida and up to Central Florida now. But yeah, iguanas are breeding in the wild in Florida now. They're an introduced non native species, but they're thriving in South Florida until it gets cold and then they stiffen up and fall out of trees. I don't know. Hey. It's supposed to be nice and warm here tomorrow, 62 or 63 degrees. I'm hoping I'm feeling good enough for a nighttime bike ride. I start to the rib. Like I was doing okay for most of the day, but the rib is starting to feel pretty bad now. That, the sun's gone down and I'm kind of winding down and my body is, I don't know. I'm glad I was able to get a handful of things done today though, but it still hurts like freaking heck. 5 degrees. That's crazy. 5 degrees in the desert. I don't know, Paula. Hot or cold? I really don't like either, Raul, if we're being honest. Extreme heat or extreme cold? I couldn't say. I don't know. Uh, I mean, in the cold, you can always put more layers on, but there's only so much you can take off when it's hot, and here it gets so hot that you can barely stand it sometimes, or I can barely stand it. I can handle an average Vegas summer just fine, but we just don't seem to get those anymore. 1 degree. It depends. I guess if you're talking Celsius or Fahrenheit. High of 2 tomorrow. A high of 2. That's crazy. That hurts to say out loud from all the way over here, Joe. I suppose that's a possibility, Paula. Yeah. I don't know. If I had to choose between hot and cold, bro, I'm very well adapted to the heat, I guess. I can handle extreme heat better than most, I would say. I can handle the heat better than I can handle the extreme cold, I guess. So I guess I would prefer the heat, but really neither. Oh, it was on the news? I don't know. I don't watch the news anymore, Paula. And I mean, he could come and go and I wouldn't even know. Honestly, someone would probably say something about it. -7. Yeah, I wouldn't be excited about that either, Mike. Any negative temperature is just too much. It's too extreme. We're not really, we're not really equipped to handle that the way we're built as people. I know some of you have to suffer through it anyway. It never gets that cold here, thank God, in Las Vegas. But we do have the other extreme. That's true. Good point, Raul. Your phone won't overheat when it's too cold. It will certainly overheat when it's too hot, as we have discovered several times on this channel during live streams. Yeah, you can live stream anytime when it's cold, but if it's really, really cold, that can suck down your battery faster. Your phone definitely won't overheat, but you could go through your battery a lot faster if it's really cold. That's a good idea, actually, Joe. That's cool. And I guess necessary if you're going to be riding where you live this time of year. I can handle a day or two worth of cold, Chet, but I'm with you, I guess. I'll take the heat as well. Like really cold just makes me like one of those iguanas that gets stiff and falls out of a tree when it gets cold in Florida. That's what I feel like when it gets really cold. I almost fell off of the bike the other night, or when we were at a Wednesday night ride recently, and it was cold, and we started riding again. My body almost just wanted to tip over because it was too cold to, you know, start moving outside. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the heat at all. I've had my fun with Las Vegas summers, definitely. Um, but yeah, I'll drink a lot of water and wear a t-shirt and shorts. Do it every year. But yeah, I mean, I was really cold this morning when I went out and got coffee and it was 29. That's the coldest it had been around here in a while. And we're not really equipped to handle that here. Our blood gets too thin in the summertime in Las Vegas, so we can't handle really cold weather the way others might. I don't know. So I was really feeling that. It was really biting this morning, but like all of you guys are probably laughing at that. Anyone east of here is just like, oh yeah, I'm sure that was felt really cold, idiot. You know, like it's snowing in Texas and New Orleans and Atlanta. Yeah, it was horrible here. It was so hot this summer, Joe. It was really hard to take. I mean, this was the worst summer I've ever experienced in Vegas because there was just no time of the day in which to be outside without being miserable and sweating and damn near getting heat stroke. I mean, even at 5 o'clock in the morning, it was still terrible outside. 12 below. Oh, I know that's normal for Wisconsin in January, but that's still, the thought of that for me is just painful. But it was 120 degrees here in Las Vegas this summer. And the 2 or 3 days after that, I did the Wednesday group bike ride. And that day it was 118. It's still like 115 outside when the ride started at 8 o'clock at night. God, I'm not looking forward to that again. I hope this coming summer is a bit more mild. I am still trying to arrange a vehicle that I can carry a bike in and also sleep in if I have to and travel a little bit, go visit some family, escape the most extreme summer heat perhaps in Vegas this year. That's the plan anyway. I want to keep pedaling, I want to go places and ride bikes, and for 2 or 3 months it's just going to be too hot to do that here without being absolutely miserable. So I'm still looking into ways to make that a possibility. That's not too bad. We didn't even get up that high today, Paula. I think it got up to maybe 50 or 51 downtown. The last time I went out and got groceries at like 10 in the morning, and it was still like, I don't know, it was maybe like 9:30 in the morning, and it was still like 38 degrees, and it felt pretty bad. Yeah, that's a heat wave for Joe. Anyone on the east side right now would probably be sitting by the pool if it were 50 something degrees outside, 53. Nice balmy summer weather. It's supposed to be 62 or 63 here tomorrow, but then down into the low 30s at night. So by the time we're doing the bike ride, it's still going to be pretty cold. If I'm able to do the ride tomorrow, I hope so. I'd love to get out and do that. Um, but it's supposed to be beautiful during the day. We've had a chilly few days and a windy couple of days too. So 62, 63 degrees is going to feel like heaven for me tomorrow. 49, yeah, that's about as warm as it got in the valley today. Or maybe, a couple spots were probably into the low 50s, but yeah, it was a chilly one by Vegas standards, but again, it is January. So, I mean, but when the sun is out, the sun goes a long way in Vegas. Even when it was 38 degrees and I'm pedaling to get groceries this morning, um, the sun, I was staying in the sun, so it was okay. It was still, it felt pretty cold because I was moving and stuff, like the wind effect. Um, but, it was okay because of the sun. Huh. Well, it's supposed to be warmer than that here, Paula. It's supposed to get up to 60 something tomorrow. Or like last I looked, which was only a couple hours ago. But I'll bundle up if I can deal with the rib pain, I think long enough to get through the Wednesday ride, then I want to do it even if it's cold. But we'll see. I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow yet. I could probably go out and do it right now if I had to. It doesn't feel great, but I think I could deal with it. So if it's not any worse tomorrow, I think I'll be all right. But Some warm weather would go a long way. Warm weather, not hot weather. Definitely not excited about the hot weather coming. And it always does. But, you know, I made a choice to live in this crazy desert. Like, it seems like maybe Vegas, as it exists, had to be here, but it's such an extreme place, with weather and stuff. So, I don't know. I don't know if this was the best place to put it, maybe, but, some of the time, several months out of the year, Las Vegas weather is as beautiful as anything. But then several other months out of the year, it's a much different story. Oh, okay. Well, hey, it's better than 49. Ow. Ah. I just moved wrong again. I gotta, I wasn't thinking about it for a minute, and then I moved that way, and it popped. It's like, oh no. I hate that feeling. That cracking, popping, broken rib feeling. Ah, it's alright. As long as I can get into a halfway comfortable position again tonight, I think I'll be alright. I actually slept very well last night, better than I have in a while, and felt a bit better today, but it's still pretty bad. But if I can get into a decent position and just stay still and sleep, then it'll heal more. I'll be that much better by tomorrow, hopefully. I was telling somebody else about it today, the way that it happened, and it's like that's kind of like the most random possible way to break a rib. I was like, yeah, I know. It's the stupidest way I've ever hurt myself. Oh, wow. Yeah, 69 during the day feels wonderful. I love that. I wish we'd get a few of those around here. I'd go out in a t-shirt and take a nice bike ride. But, warm weather is inevitably coming. It always does. It always will. I know that's no consolation to any of you guys that are dealing with the negative temperatures and or the snow or any of that right now. But, like I said 6 months ago, soon we'll all be complaining about how cold it is. And 6 months from now, we'll all be complaining, or I'll be complaining about how hot it is. You guys might not be, but by June in Vegas, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be really, really hot. I can't say that I have, Joe. I might have passed through there at some time or another, but I have no recollection of it. Sure you can, John, if you want to. I think it might be in the 20s again tomorrow here. Some parts of the valley will be in the 20s. I don't know if it'll do it again downtown. But I guess I'll see when I go and get coffee. I'm still trying to think of whether I should get that bike or not. It's a specialized hard rock. This one's got a front suspension fork though, which makes it not a hard rock. It makes it more like a rock hopper of the day. Um, but huh. I think I know what you're talking about, Joe. I think I've been through there. Oh, whatever, John. I don't force anyone to stay subscribed. I think my dad was talking about it recently, Joe. Check notifications. I'm being notified. I hope it's that $1 million I've been waiting for. Paula commented on something. Says it's 43 in Vegas right now, or the last temperature report update on my phone said 43. Hey, Big Boys PV, what's going on, buddy? Very good to see you. So I'm glad you can make it in tonight, Big Boys PV, and anybody who's tuning in. Thanks for coming through the stream if you have. Ow. That hurts to clear my throat. Hurts the rib like hell. And anytime I have to cough or anything. It's doing much better today, though. I will say it's like it's still not good at all, but it was definitely worse yesterday. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've been through there. I've been through there before, Joe. Like, not recently. And my dad was talking about it recently. I'd like to go over that way, actually, at some point. That is true, Mike. It's an unfortunate side effect of leg medicine. Ow. I got a I got goo in my throat. Oh. Oh no. Whatever. It happens. It's better than it was yesterday, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. It went surprisingly okay, Big Boys PEV. Um, it was not ideal. It was very chilly this morning. But I managed to do it. I went and came back, and it could have been much worse, certainly. So, we got through it. Yeah, Big Boys PEV, I still hope you're recovering fully and quickly. I know you were in pretty bad shape, and I hope it's getting much better now. I just can't seem to get as comfortable as I need to in this little camping chair right now. I'm gonna bring this chair with me when I take a long bike ride. This is gonna be my chilling spot, like when I'm on the road. I need to chill. Uh, but with the rib situation, it's not a very good chair for that. But under normal circumstances, it's actually quite nice, I think. Glad you're riding again, Big Boys PEV. I know how much that means to you. Speaking of riding, I'm on the fence about whether or not to take the last of my money and go buy a specialized hard rock bicycle, mountain bike, classic, vintage. It's actually the first mountain bike I had, not this one, but that kind of bike, and then get rid of the $90 pawn shop bike, which has since been a little bit upgraded and serviced. I could get rid of that bike, the pawn shop bike, if I got this hard rock, and I could sell it for more money than I would buy the specialized hard rock for. And then I could have the Schwinn as the main daily, and then the hard rock could be the backup, like the $90 pawn shop bike is now. So maybe I go get this specialized hard rock tomorrow, and then sell a different bike. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that. I guess I'm gonna have to sleep on it. See how I feel in the morning. See if it's still there in the morning. The guy wants $40 for it, which is insane. Um, like the pedals are worth $40 on that bike. He like the listing picture isn't very good, and he's kind of on the edge of town. Uh, yeah, I'm thinking that too, Big Boys PV. I'll let you know how it turns out. It would be awesome to take it to the Wednesday ride tomorrow if I'm so able. But that's another thing. I'd have to get a ride to this place, this guy, and then probably ride the bike home. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that tomorrow. In my current condition, but we shall see, I suppose. But it's an insanely good deal. I mean, the bike, I guess, is like sound and rideable, but it's not pristine or anything. But it is worth a whole hell of a lot more than $40. I promise you that. Some of them go for hundreds. Pristine '90s specialized hard rocks can be a couple $1,000s. That's the key, John, because a lot of the lives are random. So notifications, if they're working properly, will keep you up to date as when the lives occur. Which the only one that's really consistent is the Wednesday bike ride. So anyway, but depending on how I feel in the morning, I didn't get a chance to do laundry this morning. They're going to have the laundry room ready to go here by tomorrow afternoon, but I have no clean clothes at all. I have to do laundry in the morning, so I'm going to have to carry some dirty stuff on my back down the street to someone else's laundry room uh in the morning, and depending on how I feel after that, maybe I go buy a vintage specialized hard rock for about 10% of what it's probably actually worth right now. Well, whatever you want to do, John. So, hold on, I gotta check notifications again. I always tend to get notified quite a bit more whilst live streaming. There's nothing that can't wait until after the live stream anyway, at the moment. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on what to do. She didn't mean anything by it, John. Ah, DoorDash. I wish I could be the one bringing it to you, Mike. But I know that's kind of impossible right now, but it's nice, yeah. I guess where you are, it's a good night for DoorDash. Let somebody else be out there in the elements. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely wouldn't be I hope nobody's delivering food on bikes in Pittsburgh right now. Were you, John? That's I don't know. Like I don't know the details of your accident, but sorry to hear that. I know DoorDash can certainly be a distraction. DoorDash is the more distracting of the app-based, food delivery platforms, I would say, from years of experience with several of them. Um, I think DoorDash is the most distracting. Wow. That's crazy, Mike. I guess, if you're like a normal bike dasher or something, like at this point, I guess I am. They still think I'm using a car, DoorDash, and they don't seem to care if I have a driver's license or not because they haven't made me upload the new one. But yeah, if it's too cold or anything, but I still had to do it anyway. I mean, there's no way I'm doing it on a bike. I wouldn't think it'd be very practical in a U-Haul, even the pickup truck. So, oh, that's lovely. Thank you for that, Paul. I guess I missed that part, but can't wait to see Mike, of course, in October and enjoy some leg medicine with Mike. Oh man, I'll be fine for a minute and I'll forget all about the rib, and then I move a certain way and it's like, oh, there it is. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, I thought you were coming in April, Mike. So, looking forward to seeing you then. Should you be available? Hopefully, April would probably be an awesome time to do a bike ride if you're here and available on a Wednesday. Oh wow. I don't think this one's not as bad as other rib injuries I've had, Arlene. Uh this one seems to be like wanting to heal, but I know what you mean. I've had a floating rib for a lot longer than I should have before. I don't think it was that long, but this one I think I'm fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that my that this one heals faster than some of the others have. It's in the right spot to where I found a comfortable spot to sleep in last night. And I think as long as I'm not moving around and it's not popping around, I think it's going to heal on its own in a reasonable amount of time, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Hey, hey, baby love and Irving, good to see you guys. Yeah, they could bring you all the food you ever needed in a U-Haul, I guess. Probably a good call on that, Irving. You just uh you just created an impossible set of circumstances for baby love, Mike. It's either one or the other. It's either an affordable apartment or not in the hood. But thank you, Arlene. It could be worse. I'm very thankful that my rib injury could be a lot worse. But I'm not out of the woods yet. It's still a recent injury, but I expect it to go better than it could, I guess. I want to say. Glad you're here, baby love. And Irving and everybody. At some point, I'll try to check it out, John. I'm going to bed after this tonight. Like I had to respond to the camera woman and let her know, okay, I got the other one, and I'm gonna do the stuff that I told them that I would do. We're gonna still. I got another Ice Fox action camera, and I'm gonna try to get some content with that here soon and share it with you. And post the videos that I said I would make on their behalf. Does he live in Turnberry Place, Irving? Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, John. If it's like disturbing or anything, I don't want to see that. I got enough to deal with. Yeah, it couldn't be more than a few $1,000 a month, Mike. I wouldn't think. 10 or 12,000 maybe. Yeah, good call. Good call, baby love. I don't think we have to worry about Mike. Yeah, I still do. I still do, John. I can't ride it because it's got that rack on the back that's in the way that's kind of half on there now. But I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna have to spend time and money on that bike. So I gotta figure out how to get that rack off the back of the GT, the 93 GT Karakoram in the color known as Blacklight. Hey John, what's going on? I was able to get out today and I did take a bike ride. I did get groceries. It was not ideal, but it was fine, I guess. So I'd call it progress. Ultimately, I'm doing a little bit better today than I was yesterday. And I'm not going to be mad about that. But good to see you, John J. Beckman. Glad you're here with us. Hope everybody's having a lovely evening or whatever time it is where you are. I know it's evening time for John if he's home, and Baby Love, and Paula, and later evening for Mike. And Irving. Well, depending on where Irving is. Yeah. So just about dinner time here in Vegas, but yeah, nighttime for sure on the East Coast. I already feel like it's bedtime around here though. I already had dinner. A lovely chicken pot pie that I got at the store today, and it was delightful, and now kind of feel like going to bed. And I suppose I will probably after this. I got to do a couple of things. I don't know. I might, if I can find a ride over to like Sunrise Manor area, like East Sunrise Manor tomorrow, I might buy a specialized hard rock mountain bike, a vintage specialized hard rock mountain bike for $40, and then ride it home, and then sell one of my other bikes, replace my backup daily with it. It's it'd be crazy not to go and buy that thing for $40. That's the way I feel about it pretty much this time of year, baby love. Hey, Carrie, what's going on, buddy? So, hope you guys are doing well. Ah, it hurts like hell to clear my throat, and feel like I got a lot of junk in my lungs, in my throat, and I need to like cough and do some throat clearing, but it hurts like hell every time I do. But it's better than it was yesterday. It was definitely worse yesterday. So, I'll take that, I guess. Yeah, great to see everybody that could pop in and hang out for a while tonight. I appreciate you. It's always nice to spend some time with you. Ow! Oh, it just popped again. I hate that. That's such a horrible like sound and feeling. It is still better than it was yesterday, though. It really is a little bit better than it was yesterday. But it was about this time last night, I guess, when it started feeling really bad. And I guess it's the nighttime, especially when it's, coldish, or cold for here anyway. And, I start getting into the winding down mode and my body's slowing down and stuff. It just starts to feel a lot worse. But it's still better than it was last night at this time. So I don't know. It could be a very eventful day tomorrow, depending on, well, I don't know how the rib feels and what I wind up doing on that old mountain bike. I gotta go do laundry in the morning. I gotta like wander to someone else's laundry room because ours isn't gonna be finished until tomorrow afternoon, I'm told. and I can't wait until then. I gotta do it in the morning because I've got like nothing clean because I've been waiting 2.5 weeks for them to fix the damn laundry room. Um, I don't know, but I can carry some stuff down the street, and there's like smaller washing machines down the street that are coin operated, like 3 blocks away, and I can carry some of my stuff down there, enough to last me through tomorrow, like a couple days worth, and then I'll do like regular laundry once they get the laundry room open here again. Ow. It's hard to get comfortable in this chair with the rib, but it's an otherwise very comfortable chair. Anyway, I don't think it's going to be a marathon live stream tonight. We'll probably go another few minutes or so, and then I got a few things to do, and then I suppose I'll turn in early. And get up early, go get some coffee when it's nice and freezing in the morning. And, yeah. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know how it's all gonna play out, but we'll keep it going another few minutes. I'm enjoying spending the time with you. Thanks for being here, guys. And then tomorrow, I'm expecting I should be able to do the bike ride. Hoping so, anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it there, Irving. Everything is affordable if you have enough money, I guess. So, I sure don't have enough money. So, I have to kind of live in a not so great neighborhood if I'm going to stay in Vegas, but for now. Ah, thank you, Chad. I will. If I feel even as good as I did today when I went for a bike ride, I think I'll be fine to go for the ride tomorrow. So, but hopefully it's better still by tomorrow. I did sleep pretty well last night, all things considered, but I'm still tired today. I did a lot of things today, actually. I listed the Le Mans bike for sale. I went and rode that to the llama lot, took some pictures, the Le Mans Zurich, and a short video and everything. It's a terrible time to try to sell high-end road bikes. But, I'll see if anyone's interested. Ow. It's a hell of a good bike. I got it listed for $525, which is insane. I shouldn't go that low, but it is January. It's not road bike season. I'd hate to sell it for that, but I could stand to raise the money. Could be a very eventful day tomorrow, depending on how things go. I'm just sitting here thinking about that. It's like, well, if I go and get that other bike, it's going to be an adventure just getting back. You know, as well, I guess the bike is rideable and fine. I can just ride the bike back, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Could be a very interesting day. I might check in with you randomly, so again, notifications. But I've got just about enough money left to buy that guy's bike, and then I could sell a different bike that is my current backup daily. I've been riding the Schwinn. The blue and white bike is my, that's my normal go-to. But I want to have a backup, which is the other bike, the $90 pawn shop bike is my backup, and I've done some work to it. It's a better bike now, but it's never been quite right for me. It's never fit me quite right. It never will. But it's still a good bike. I don't know. Oh no, that's a shame, Mike. I'm sorry to hear that. That's disappointing when you're expecting food and then you find out that you're not getting it. That's very unpleasant, and I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Yeah. So you suppose it's possible, Mike? Like, is it just like in general they're not going to deliver anything, or is it just maybe not from that place, or what's going on, JPL Rides? Good to see you, buddy. And hope work went well, and glad you could pop in and hang out or say hello. Yeah, no, I hear you, JPL for sure. But hopefully, Mike, hopefully, if you need to get something, hopefully somebody can bring you something from somewhere. But I know, extreme weather can probably have an effect. So, I don't know. Hope you can find something that suits you that somebody will actually bring. That is frustrating, though. Thinking you got food coming and then they let you know that the order got canceled. But yeah, so you might not have heard earlier, JPL Rides. I'm trying to get a toy myself tomorrow. A specialized hard rock mountain bike. Could be early 2000s, probably late 90s. Guy wants $40 for it, and I think it'd be crazy not to buy it for that. And then I could sell another one of the bikes that I was using as my backup daily for more money, considerably more money than I would buy this specialized for. This one, he turned it into a rock hopper. The hard rock was the first mountain bike that I ever had, was a specialized hard rock, and what made it a hard rock was it was a rigid frame with a rigid fork. And the rock hopper was basically, at the time, was basically the same frame with a suspension fork, a rock shock. This guy put a rock shock on the hard rock, so it's technically like a rock hopper now. Like a period correct rock hopper. Well, could be better. JPL rides, depending, I mean, you got to have a good place to put the battery. That's definitely a key factor. Yeah, I guess that is a better story, isn't it, JPL? I don't know. Like, you know better in this situation, definitely. Hey, Shane, what's going on, buddy? But it's crazy that you're finding Cannondales and Centurions and stuff like that in the garbage. I have a Cannondale that I'm trying to get rid of right now, an M300 LE, like a 96 mountain bike Cannondale. I have known Shane to usually have some leg medicine with him. All right, JPL Rides, and thanks for popping in. So I'll keep it going a few more minutes. I'm enjoying hanging out with you selfishly, but I hope you guys are enjoying the chat too. We usually get a pretty good chat going here. You guys are always awesome, and I appreciate you so much. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow, whether I go get that bike or not. There's another bike that I'd really like to go get, a 1986 Schwinn Sierra for, like mostly original, in good riding condition, good cosmetic condition. Are you ready for this? $20. A 1986 Schwinn Sierra mountain bike. The Schwinn Sierra was one of the original mountain bikes, not this one, but like years prior. So I think it'd be pretty cool to get one of those for $20. That's within my price range, actually. $20. That's a cool bike. I think I'd rather spend twice as much, honestly, and get a specialized hard rock with a RockShox fork. But we'll see. Oh no, that sucks, Shane. I'm sorry to hear that. Whew. Oh damn. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Shane. I know that's got to be frustrating to deal with. And hey, Laney Grace, nice of you to tune in at the end, Laney Grace. But better late than never, and it's always wonderful to see you, Laney Grace. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you're doing well. Yeah, no, probably better to let professionals handle that one, Shane. And like you know, no sense in wrestling with that yourself. Yeah, definitely let somebody else take care of that. When it's cold outside too, it was a cold one today. It was really cold this morning, like really, really cold this morning. For us in Vegas, it was really cold. It was 29 when I went to get coffee, and I guess it got down to as low as 27 where I'm sitting right now. Did we break records today? I'm not surprised. And just, you know, really glad you're here always, Laney Grace. But try to be on time, will ya? Just kidding. Yeah, it really kind of bit this morning, didn't it, baby love? Like you really felt the cold, or at least I did this morning. Like I really felt it this morning when I was doing my regular morning routine and going and getting coffee and everything. It was quite frosty. Yeah, I mean, it definitely would have snowed had there been any precipitation. It was definitely cold enough. I guess it's still going to be pretty cold tomorrow, but maybe not quite so cold. And like in the morning, and then it's supposed to warm up nicely throughout the day, like compared to today. I'll be looking forward to that. I was gonna. I'll do it in the morning. I was gonna take a shower before bed, but I'll just do it in the morning and then go get coffee after that. I might wait until it was so cold this morning. I might wait like another hour or so to go get coffee tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, it's snowing in New Orleans. Raul was here, and Daryl Lynn saying it's snowing in Texas and is getting down to like 7 degrees or something. And um, of course, like parts north are, Mike said it's going to get to -7 tonight. And Joe said it's going to be a high temperature of 2 degrees where he is tomorrow, a high temperature of 2 degrees, which is, it hurts to say. I mean, props to anybody who can deal with that year in and year out. I'd be dead halfway through the season. I'm not going to lie. I'm not built for it. I cannot handle that kind of cold. A day or two here and there, sure, but like every day this time of year, no way, man. So, good for all of you that are able to handle it. And I'm sorry that you're dealing with such frigid temperatures and snow and everything else right now. But, hopefully winter breaks sooner than later. And Punxsutawney Phil will be like, yeah, I didn't see my shadow, so winter's going to end. Groundhog Day is coming up soon. I watched Groundhog Day the other day, the movie, which I love. I heard there's going to be a sequel. Like there's a sequel in the works or something, and I don't know how that's going to work. But I did enjoy that movie, actually, Groundhog Day. Um, I hadn't seen it in a while, but it was on TV recently. But yeah, snowing in New Orleans, that's weird. It's snowing in Atlanta. Um, and I don't know, could be even parts of North Florida, maybe got some today. So crazy, January winter storm weather everywhere, or most parts anyway. Definitely not as bad here, but still, cold for us, but not, northeast or anything cold, or Wisconsin or any of that. I'll get to thaw out some tomorrow if I can go out. If I do go get that specialized bike tomorrow, around the time I'd try to do it would probably be the nicer part of the day. Maybe soak up a little sun on the way back. Could feel pretty good. So I don't know. See if the rib is up for it after I've done all that which I need to do tomorrow. I guess I'm gonna have to get up early, get right in the shower, then go get coffee, then do laundry, and then we'll see what happens after that. But could be a live stream riding home on a new bike tomorrow. I shouldn't, I should just save what I've got for groceries and stuff, but this is a really good deal on a really awesome bike, and I could sell another bike that I have for, quite a bit more money than I would pay for this bike. So maybe that's the thing to do. I don't know. Oh, well, I mean, I might have to try to catch that after the ride, Ted. Are they ever, like, is anybody ever going to sit down and have a talk with Bigfoot one day? That's what I want to see. I mean, I certainly believe that Bigfoot could exist. I've been in some pretty remote places where there are probably lots of things that haven't been, officially discovered. Um, but I'm waiting for the day when like Bigfoot comes and sits down and does an interview or something. That's what I'm waiting for. Yeah, he is a mysterious, silent type, I guess, Shane. Well put. I've never seen the guy myself, Bigfoot, but that doesn't mean he doesn't exist. Ow. Yeah. I think it's pretty likely that ET exists too. There's a picture with me, a picture of me with ET actually that's posted somewhere on social media. My brother and I were chilling with ET back in the day, and it was fun. We had a really nice time. So I know he's real, ET, because I've hung out with the guy before, but I don't know, like other ETs, other types of extraterrestrials, I think it's certainly possible that they exist as well. I think I'm, I with all the recent things and like drones and people seeing odd things in the sky and everything, I'm surprised we haven't heard from some extraterrestrials yet. Anyway, yeah, let's see. I'm just processing thoughts right now. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just thinking about things too. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to see how I feel about things tomorrow as to how the day goes. I may or may not end up with that bike at the end of the day or by the end of the day. we shall see. I'd like to sell at least one of the ones that I've got. I've got 3 bikes listed for sale right now, but it is January, so it's not the best time of year to be trying to sell bikes. Was there a drone flying around this morning? That's crazy. But there are, you do see drones a lot on the north side of the valley in Vegas, like anyway, like, government drones, military drones, and I suppose, other types, but I don't know. I guess I haven't been looking up much myself, but I guess a lot of people have been seeing a lot of interesting things in the sky lately. Let's see. God, it feels like midnight or something right now, and it's only 7 o'clock. It's only 7 o'clock, and I'm like fighting to stay awake. Ugh. I hope I can get into a comfortable position tonight. That was the key last night, and I just stayed there. I only moved like once or twice throughout the night, which really isn't good for you. You shouldn't stay in exactly the same position for too long, but that's kind of out of necessity for me. Let the rib kind of heal, be in a good place. I don't know. So hopefully I can find that the couple of semi-comfortable positions that I was in last night, and it'll be that much more healed by tomorrow, and then maybe we can go get a purple mountain bike from the I guess it'd be at least late 90s, maybe early 2000s, I don't know. We'll see. So, I guess I'm going to wrap it up for now, and I sure do appreciate you guys taking the time and coming and hanging out. I always appreciate getting to chat with you so much, just to, have you guys come and take the time. It really just means so much to me. So, thank you so much for what you do. And, oh, God, it hurts when I try to clear my throat. It's still better than it was yesterday, so I'm gonna try not to complain about it too much. But we're gonna do something tomorrow. Hopefully, at least the bike ride, the Wednesday ride, but could be something else too. I don't know. So, if you've got the time and a random unexpected live stream occurs, it would be great to see you, of course. But I appreciate the time that you've taken tonight, and I hope everybody has a wonderful Wednesday. And thank you so much for everything. And take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.